Final segment of ATL Day One with Jarvis and Tenitra. We want to just say thank you for continuing to rock with us. We hope you learned something in that interview with Deshaun Tate about the Atlanta Hawks and the state of them. If you missed it, where you been? Where you been? Like, you got to go back and check that stuff out. All you have to do is just go to Locked On Sports Atlanta on YouTube. Type Locked On Sports Atlanta in that YouTube search engine, and we'll pop right up right there. ATL Day Ones with Jarvis and Tenitra. We want to also just say thank you for making us your first listen of the day, because we are free and available wherever you download your podcast. And wherever you download your podcast, make sure you leave us a 5-star review. We would really appreciate that. It's Friday, so I'm not going to threaten you all to do that. So just
Thank
go ahead and
goodness.
do it.
Be nice.
Don't
Show
bring that
grace.
side out of me. But T, this is the intersection of sports, entertainment, and the culture, and sometimes whatever we want to talk about. That's just how we get down in the For the Culture segment. And, like I mentioned earlier, let's go ahead and pop our collar, because
Yeah.
Atlanta has been selected as a host city for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And we all know that this is the world's largest, most popular sporting event. I know a lot of people in their own little head said, oh, yeah, it's the Super Bowl. Now, the World Cup is a huge deal. And you
Oh,
know what, T? I'm not too surprised, because I think this is what Arthur Blank had planned when he built and came up with the idea to put Mercedes Benz Stadium together.
yeah. And if we can take a step back even further, Maynard Jackson is really the architect of all of this because
Oh,
he's the
yes.
one
Yes, Lord.
who, yes, he's the one who just saw the vision of making this city that city, like really the jewel of the South, if you will.
No
He's
doubt.
the one who really, really orchestrated, along with Andrew Young, of course, putting together things like the Summer Olympics in 1996, saying, yeah, we can pull this thing off. And they did that. They did that. So you look even back to, sort of our heroes of Atlanta. And I have to get in my Jarvis voice for a minute because that's how we've come to 2022 and we're able to say Atlanta influences everything because it's the truth.
Right.
It does. The city literally puts a stamp and an imprint on everything. So when we get to FTC and we talk about the fact that this is the intersection between sports, entertainment, and the culture, that's actually what Atlanta is. So to get that World Cup and be in that conversation with an LA or a Miami or a Houston or those 26 cities who are going to be represented, of course, between Canada, Mexico, and the US, but those
Hmm.
cities that are going to be represented, Jarvis, please don't take that lightly. And I want to give Mr. Blank his flowers as well, just like you did, because yes, when he sought out to get an MLS team to this city, and then that was a vision. That was seeing
Right.
what
No
the
doubt.
future could be,
Hmm.
and also groups like the supporters group, the 17s, rocking with MLS from day one. And don't think that FIFA wasn't looking at those numbers and the fact that they are packing out Mercedes Benz at the kind of clips that they have been for years to say that
Yep.
wow, we think this city is actually going to be a great host and be able to embrace this opportunity on the world stage.
And just a little bit different. 4 years from now, it's actually, instead of 32 teams, going to be 48 teams vying for soccer's biggest prize. And like you
Yeah.
said, it's going to be hosted between United States, Mexico, and Canada. I just think that is something that is the local business owners and local business folks in the city, downtown, midtown, it don't matter. Like, I think it's going to be a lot of people vying to be ready and rolling 4 years from now from a business standpoint, so they can be able to handle, because Atlanta
Hmm.
is going to be crazy, crazy. The traffic is going to be crazy, but I ain't gonna get into
Yeah,
that, because
get
we're gonna
ready.
keep it positive. But
Right, right.
it's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be a movie in the city of Atlanta. I'm for that, and that's for sure too.
That is for sure. That is for sure. So yeah, I just again when I saw it, I was like, oh man. I think I texted or emailed you and was like, this is for the culture. Like this is
Yes.
exactly what this segment is about, and because that's exactly what this city is, and that's exactly what we talk about in and out each and every day. And listen, we also when we have success, I just got to say this, Jarvis, before we move on to the next topic or whatever. But I just
Mm,
have to say that this also shows, stop playing with Atlanta. Stop treating us like we are mid-market sports city, because we're not.
mm-hmm.
We're top 10 in terms of radio, podcast, TV demographic. We're top 10 in sports too. You all take notice, everybody. This is
Yeah.
showing you that we're able to compete, and Atlanta should be in that conversation like they always should have. Who has the world champions right now, Jarvis? Let's check. Let's do a pulse check.
Right here.
This city.
Right there. Yeah.
This
No doubt.
city.
Right here.
This
Yeah.
city. Who has two champions in 5 years? Oh, wait a minute. This city. Okay. United got a championship. Actually, two cups, by the way, if you're counting. And now three with this inaugural AmFam Insurance Cup that they just picked up. But anywho, my point being, this city is primed and ready to take its place on the national and even the world stage as an influencer in the sports space. And this city is about to show you how it turns up. And it kind of reminds me, and don't get me wrong, not putting New Orleans in that same space in terms of successful um, franchises, if you will, but in terms of knowing how to throw a party. My hometown throws a party like nobody's business. We throw a party just because we wake up in the morning, right? And
No
I
doubt. Yeah.
feel like
It's a
Atlanta is
celebration.
kind of, right, exactly. Like, oh, Lord, somebody woke up. Let's go get a drink.
Oh,
That's
let's
what we
do
do. Right. That's what
it.
we do. I feel like Atlanta is kind of that city as well that just takes the opportunity to embrace all the different cultures and everything that makes the city the mix that it is. And I think, to your point, Atlanta is going to spend the next 4 years making sure that when you speak about the other host cities and saying how great a party and how great a show they put on, oh, we're going to put on for this city too. Just letting you know. And you know what else we're going to do? We're going to put on for you guys each and every day here on ATL Day Ones. Hopefully, we'll be putting on a conversation at some point next week, because we won't see you guys on Monday. We'll be celebrating Juneteenth, right? Rocking with Juneteenth, celebrating.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we will. But later next week, we'll have some special guests because my boy Jarvis is out, off into the
Well,
sunset,
taking a
enjoying
little
time off.
vacation. Yeah. Yeah. Take a little
Taking a
vacation.
break.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're gonna
Going
get
to
some
get his
sun. Yeah.
flowers for his special day. So we'll have a couple special guests for you guys next week. But hopefully, we will still be using Jarvis's mantra of the Braves still being undefeated in June. Listen, if you want to be undefeated, I suggest you hydrate, because it's about to be hot in them streets. Otherwise, you're gonna take an L in Atlanta this weekend. Be safe, everybody. See you on the other side of next week.
I'll come back now. You hear?